Sir, you are on mute.
I know I'm on mute. I'm not speaking right now. I'm waiting for the others to come in, beta.
Okay, sir.
Siddharth, good evening, beta, from Meerut. Priyanka,
Sir,
good
good
evening.
evening.
Good
Did you-
evening, sir.
Siddharth,
Good evening.
did you like the sweets, Siddharth?
Sir, good evening.
Good evening, Siddharth. I'm asking you, did you like the sweets from Noida?
Sir, sorry.
You didn't hear me. You're from Meerut, right?
Yes, sir.
What's your father's name?
Ajay Gupta. Mr. Ajay Gupta.
Yeah, I'm asking, did you like the sweets your father carried from Noida?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what I पूछ रहा हूं मैं.
Yes, sir.
You must come to Noida. आ जाओ घर पे.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Srisha, good evening. Okay, you are already there. Who else joined now?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, beta. Good evening. We'll start in next 1 minute. We'll start in next 1 minute. We'll not wait for others. Anirudh, good evening. Anirudh, good evening. Kavya Senior, good evening. I get confused with two Kavya. One is Kavya Singh. Kavya, you must write your name as Kavya C. So that I know Kavya Chaudhary and Kavya Singh, okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Write Kavya C and she's already Kavya Singh. Fine. Let's start. Please go on mute. Kavya, go on mute. So, once again, good evening to everyone. Hope you all had a good day. Ate well.
Yes, sir.
I'm saying good evening to everyone. Hope you all had a good day.
Good evening, sir.
Okay. Now, today, we are going to start with the basics of communication. This is like a level 2. So far, we have been learning, we have been putting a lot of focus on pronunciation, reading, speech delivery. Now, whenever we write a speech, or whenever we talk in public, or whenever we communicate via WhatsApp, messages, email, or any sources or any channels, we must keep the 7 C's of communication in mind. And today we will learn the concept of 7 C's. So what we are going to learn today, the key takeaways, the 7 C's of communication help you communicate more effectively whenever you're communicating via email, WhatsApp, verbal, written, chat, or through any channel. It helps you communicate effectively. The 7 C's, what do they stand for? 1, they stand for clear communication, concise communication, concrete communication, correct communication, coherent communication, complete communication, and courteous communication. So let's first remember these 7 C's. And these are the meaning. The words may change a little. Instead of say concise, it may be brief. So you may find some synonyms for these words, but ultimately, let's first understand those 7 C's. Vidisha, which is the first C? Which is the first one?
Sir, clear.
Not clear. Clear.
Clear.
Clear.
Clear.
Yes, better. Anirudh, which is the next one, beta? Anirudh? This boy, now he comes online and then he disappears. Hold on. Every time the same issue. Anirudh? Just hold on, I'm coming. So, Abhika, which is the second one, beta?
Sir, concise.
Concise, very good. Daksh, which is the third one? Daksh,
Yes, sir.
which is the third one? Which is the third C? Which is the third C?
The concrete.
Concrete.
Yes, sir.
Dipali, which is the fourth one?
Correct.
Correct. Himangi, which is the fifth one?
Sir, current.
Coherent. Mehul, which is the sixth one?
Complete.
Sir, my audio was not working.
Hold on. Mehul, word concrete, complete. Where's the energy? Complete.
Complete.
Yes. Kavya Singh, which is the seventh one? Kavya Singh? Anirudh?
Yes, sir.
Which is the seventh one? Which is the seventh C of communication? What is this word?
Sir.
Read this word. Follow?
Sir, courteous.
No, it's courteous.
Courteous.
Courteous, not courteous. Courteous.
Courteous.
Yes, जो होता है ना courtesy, politeness, courtesy. So this is an adjective, courteous. It's a courteous communication. Okay. Now, Priyanka, which is the first one?
Clear.
Clear. Very good. Siddharth, which is the second one?
Sir, concise.
Concise. Very good. Sonam, which is the third one?
Correct.
Correct. No energy, Sonam. Correct.
Correct. Yes.
Correct. Correct.
Correct.
No, rub is pressed. Correct.
Correct.
Yes. Better. Sirsha, which is the fifth one?
Sir, current.
No, not current name. That this one. Coherent.
Oh, this one. Coherent.
Coherent.
Correct.
Utkarsh, which is the sixth one?
So complete.
Very good. Very good. And the seventh one, Avika, which is the seventh one?
Sir, courteous.
Very good. Now, I will test you, okay? Let's see. When we are talking in terms of communication. इट मीन्स अब जब भी किसी से बात करते हैं, कम्युनिकेट करते हैं, मम्मी से, पापा से, व्हाट्सएप पे, फ्रेंड से, चैट से, ईमेल से, सामने फेस टू फेस, or when we are writing, when we are speaking in public, when we are writing an essay, when we are trying to convey through a written message, anyway, through any channel, any source, whenever we are communicating, we must keep all these things in mind, right? Now let's understand each C briefly and or in detail. So we can spend almost our entire day communicating. So it stands to reason that communicating clearly and effectively can boost productivity. Why? मैं क्यों पढ़ा रहा हूँ आप लोग बहुत छोटे हो अभी पर. This is your age. इस एज में आपको अभी से ही क्लियर कम्युनिकेशन सीखना जरूरी है. It's important because you are talking to your teachers, you are talking to your classmates, you are talking to your parents, you are talking to friends, you are talking to public in the market, you are speaking with me. So a whole day we are talking, we are communicating. So we must keep a very clear communication. हमें पता होना चाहिए हमें क्या बातें करनी चाहिए, कितनी बातें करनी चाहिए, कैसे बातें करनी चाहिए और कब बातें करनी चाहिए. And that reflects वो आपके पर्सनालिटी को रिफ्लेक्ट करेगा. You will feel that people will start appreciating your personality. People will call you a better person. आप उतनी बातें करो जितनी करनी है, आप उस समय बातें करो जो आपको करनी है. And that is why we are going to learn all these 7 C's today. I'll teach you with an example. So the first one is clear. When writing or speaking to someone, be clear about your goal or message. What is your purpose in communicating with this person? If you're not sure, then your audience won't be. Yes? Yes, beta? Yes, Priyanka, you saying something? So, can you all see my board?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good.
Sir.
So, what does it mean? When writing or speaking to someone, be clear about your goal or message. It means जब आप किसी से बातें कर रहे हो, कुछ ऐसे लिख रहे हो, कुछ पब्लिक में बातें कर रहे हो, आप फ्रेंड से बातें कर रहे हो, आप जब फॉर्मल बातें कर रहे हो, इनफॉर्मल बातें कर रहे हो, इट मींस या आप एक दोस्ती की तरफ से बातें कर रहे हो या एक आप ऑफिशियल बातें कर रहे हो, बी क्लियर कि आपको बताना क्या है, आप क्या बताना चाहते हो सामने वाले को, आपका गोल क्या है, आप क्या मैसेज डालना चाहते हो. ये भले आप व्हाट्सएप पे भी डाल रहे हो, you must inform कि आपका मैसेज क्या है. What is that something that you want to convey through your message? वो बहुत क्लियर होना चाहिए, बहुत प्रिसाइज होना चाहिए. What is your purpose of communication with this person? आप इस बंदे से क्यों कम्युनिकेट कर रहे हो? अगर आपको नहीं मालूम है क्यों कम्युनिकेट कर रहे हो तो सामने वाला को कभी नहीं पता चलेगा. ट्रस्ट मी. If you're not clear about the goal of the communication or the purpose of the communication, the listener or the person who is receiving your message will never be able to understand you. वो आपको कभी नहीं समझ पाएगा. To be clear, try to minimize the number of ideas in each sentence. That's why मैं हमेशा बोलता था, make your sentences short and crisp. एक सेंटेंस को शॉर्ट एंड क्रिस्प रखो. डोंट ऐड टू मेनी सेंटेंसेस in one phrase. Don't add too many words in one sentence. Keep it short and crisp. Make sure that's easy for your reader to understand your meaning. अगर you have to, मैंने हमेशा क्या बोला, first thing you have to identify जब भी आप पब्लिक स्पीकिंग कर रहे हो, कम्युनिकेशन कर रहे हो, what do you need to identify? The first thing, सबसे पहले क्या आइडेंटिफाई करोगे आप when you are communicating? Who can tell me? Avika? Himanki? What should you identify before communicating or before getting to public?
Sir, the clarity
Sorry?
Sir, the clarity in the...
So clear that. No, what is the first question? Remember, मैंने आपको first session, second session में बताया था. What is the first question you have in mind whenever you are communicating with someone in public or in writing or verbal?
Sir,
What is the
what
first
we,
question? Yes,
sir, what we have to say in front of person.
you are right, लेकिन but you have to tell me. What is the first question you have in mind? You're going closer.
Sir, about the topic, about the content, what you should be talking about.
No. What is the first question you should have in mind when you are preparing your communication? I have told you. First, second, third section में मैंने आपको बताया था. What is the first question you have in mind? Or you should ask your teacher, principal, boss, manager, whenever you're planning to prepare a speech or a presentation. What is the first question you should have in mind? Try recalling. Himangi, Daksh. When, okay, you will answer.
Yes, sir.
After, yeah. When you are preparing for the elocution, who are you greeting?
The judges, members of jury.
The audience.
Audience. It's the audience. The first question you should have in mind, who is my audience? According to the audience, I will prepare my communication. Is this right? जो आपको audience ही नहीं मालूम है, तो आप communication कैसे prepare करोगे? आप एक क्लास 1 के बच्चे के साथ अलग वे में कम्युनिकेट करोगे. आप अपने पापा के साथ अलग वे में कम्युनिकेट करोगे. आप एक पब्लिक में अलग वे में कम्युनिकेट. So audience is the first question you should have in mind, that who is going to be my audience before writing my speech. Okay, so is it to be clear? Try to minimize the number of ideas in each sentence. Make sure that easy for your reader or means your audience to understand your meaning. आप एक class 1 के बच्चे को, let's say you're going to a village, and village में जाकर आप एक full English में communication speech दे दोगे, and you know बच्चों को समझ में आएगा गांव में अगर आपने इंग्लिश में बोलना शुरू कर दिया तो?
No, sir.
Yes, so that's आप एक गांव में जाओगे, and if you start delivering a speech in English, will it be of any use?
No, sir.
No. So you have to speak according to the audience. मैं भी अभी आपके साथ half Hindi, half English में बातें कर रहा हूँ, right? So that I'm trying to make you understand from both the directions. I cannot talk to you at your level, class 6, 7, 8, 5 students. I cannot talk to you with very difficult words. I cannot talk to you in difficult English or vocabulary. I have to keep in mind that I'm talking to students of class 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. I have to explain to you the way you understand. I have to explain to you according to your grades, according to your age. मैं same way में अपने professionals को जो मैं train करता हूँ, मैं उनको ऐसे नहीं समझाता इतनी easy way में. I explain to them in difficult language, more difficult language. So audience matters a lot. People shouldn't have to read between the lines. It means who can explain what do you mean by read between the lines? Kavya Chaudhary, what do you mean by read between the lines? And make assumptions on their own to understand what you're trying to say. What do you read between the lines? Diwali? You know, go on mute. Diwali? Dipali, are you there?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by read between the lines? Adya, good evening, beta.
Good evening, sir. Sorry to join late because there's this class of the school of some competition, so I become late in that.
No. It's okay that you're joining me late, but the way you communicated with me is wrong English. It's okay, you have joined it late, it's fine. But when you communicate with me, I expect you to speak English, simple English, but correctly. Okay?
Okay.
No problem. So, Dipali, try. What is the read between the lines? Every day we are reading between the lines, especially on WhatsApp messages. Yes, beta?
Sir, could I try?
Yes, Mangi.
Sir, what I think read between the lines is that the people should not have to complete your sentences. You have to be you have to complete your sentences.
Yes, you are right to some extent. It means what happens when you write something, if people don't understand, they misinterpret, they misread your communication. आप कहना चाह रहे हो कि let's say someone had invited you for a party and you dropped a message, sorry, I will not be able to come. Now, this sorry, I'll not be able to come is incomplete. People may take you incorrectly. People सोच रहे होंगे अच्छा इसको तो बड़ा attitude है. आया नहीं. But maybe you wanted to say that I won't be able to come because I have an important meeting or I've fallen sick. So what happens if you are not clear with your communication? People read between the lines. People आपको सोचेगा कि यार अच्छा ठीक है तो इसमें attitude दिखा दिया आया नहीं. He did not want to come to my party, right? But your reason may be something else. So what happened? They are making assumptions on their own and understand what you're trying to say. वो assume कर लेते हैं. That is what we say. Read between the lines, especially when we are communicating via WhatsApp. And when you write short messages, people read between the lines. People misunderstand you. You don't know what mood they are. So if they are in an angry mood, they will misunderstand you. This is the meaning of read between the lines. Is this clear, Vidisha?
Yes, sir.
Adya?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so don't give an opportunity to your audience to read between the lines. You don't let them assume. Give a very clear communication. So it's a bad example. Let's say take a bad example. Hi, John. I wanted to write you a quick note about Daniel, who's working in the department. He's a great asset. And I would like to talk to you more about him when you have time. Fine, he has written a communication, he has written an email, but he has not shown much detail. He's a great asset. I would like to talk to you more about him. Talk what? Talk more about him what? When you have time. When do you want me to come? When do you want time from me? Who's your working in department? Now this Daniel could be, it can be Daniel John, Daniel, it can be Daniel Baluni, can be Daniel Mishra, can be Daniel Kumar. I mean, why only half the name, first name? You have to write the surname and what destination he's working at. So this is not a very clear communication that you can see from here. Just hold on. So it's not a very clear communication. It's like reading between the lines. It's half the communication. You said time. What time? Working in which department? Daniel what? What's the surname?
Unknown caller.
So what is a good example? To be clearer. Hi, John. I wanted to write you a quick note about Daniel Kedar. See, it's a surname. Who's working in a department. In recent weeks, he has helped in the IT department through several pressing deadlines on his own. So he said he's a great asset. Now he's explaining why he's a great asset, why he's a great person. We have got a tough upgrade project due to run over the next 3 months, and his knowledge and skills would prove invaluable. would prove invaluable. Could we please have his help with this work? I would appreciate speaking with you about this. When is the best to call you? See, this is very clear. He's asking for a time. He's telling him that why he wants him. Why does he want to talk? This communication is very clear. So, Daksh, which is a better communication? This first one or the second one?
So the second one.
Second one, right? This is clearer. Vidisha, which is the first one or the second one? Which is a clearer communication?
The second one.
Anirudh? Anirudh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Which is a better communication? The first one or second one?
The second one.
Very good. Thank God you're active. Kavya Chaudhary? Kavya Chaudhary? Kavya Singh? Kavya Singh? Kids, please, if you're coming online, stay online. Don't disappear. Mehul, which is a clearer communication, the first or second one?
Second one.
Second one, very good. Priyanka, which is a better one?
The second one.
Siddharth,
Yes, sir.
which is a clearer communication, the first one or the second one?
So the second one.
Very good, very good. Srisha,
Yes, sir.
is this part clear that about the clarity of communication? Is the number one clear communication clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Will you make
Sir,
him? Yeah.
So the second one is more clear than first one.
No, it is not more clear. Second one is clearer than the first one, right? It is not more clear. When do we use more? When do we use more?
Sir, for comparative
Yes.
degree.
Yes, comparative. But when do we use more and when we don't use more? When do we say clearer and when we say
Sir.
yes?
Sir, when an adjective has more than 3 syllables, we use more instead of ER.
Good girl. More than 3 syllables? Or when a word has a suffix. When a word has a suffix, or is it syllables?
No, sir.
I say beautiful. So beautiful, full is a suffix, correct?
Yes, sir.
So will
Yes,
I say
sir.
more beautiful or I say beautifuler? What is right?
No, sir, more
Sir,
beautiful.
more beautiful.
is-
More beautiful. So when you have a suffix, you are saying you are adding more. Like clear doesn't have a suffix, right?
Yes.
So when you say clear, it is clearer. But when you say careful, you say be more careful, right?
Yes.
Is this part clear, Amka?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so when we
Yes,
have a
sir.
suffix, we use more. When we don't have a suffix, we use ER or comparative degree. Srisha, is this clear, beta?
Yes, sir.
Adya, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Vidisha?
Excuse me,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Sorry, my audio wasn't working when I was pressing it, it wasn't turning on.
No problem, beta, no problem. But no, these are the same excuses I used to give to my teacher, beta. I also give the same excuse to my teacher. What to do if the audio is not working? I can't help. But I don't know, no, because that's why I keep calling out the names. Okay, and I don't know because I can't see you at home. Okay, so no problem. But be active, okay?
Okay, sir.
Thus, it is clearer when to use more and when to use ER. Yes, Dash? Dash, do you know what is a suffix? Dipali, is this clearer? Dipali, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Abhay Chaudhary, you're missing.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Mehul, is this clear?
Sir,
When
no.
we use more?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Utkarsh, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, so this is the right example, okay? See how detailed everything. In fact, if a reader is there, if your audience is there, they will not ask questions from here. Here, you may have many questions. So whenever you write something, whenever you talk something, make sure that the person sitting in front of you, they don't throw many questions on your communication. They get the information you want to convey. Okay, so the next C is concise. What is the meaning of concise? Mehul, what is the meaning of concise? Mangi, what is the meaning of concise? Mangi?
Yes, sir. Sir, concise means to give clear information in just like a few words. So being brief about the information.
Yes. Concise means to be brief, short, crisp. Okay? So, for instance, today, let's say, I don't know, आप लोग बहुत छोटे हो. Whenever we had, and maybe your mama, papa will be able to tell you, whenever we had incoming calls on mobile, we were paying for incoming calls. When we were paying for the incoming calls on mobile phones, you know, our communication is to be concise. हमें जो बातें करनी वही बातें करें. आज क्या बातें करते, अच्छा क्या खाया, क्या बनाया, उसमें क्या डाला, इसमें क्या डाला, ठीक है. Today, because there's no incoming charges, we have unlimited talk time. So we talk everything today. डिटेल में बातें करते हैं. Like आद्या किसी को फोन करेगी, 2 घंटे उसको मतलब पकाती है इसको, है आद्या, right?
Yeah, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
2 hours, right?
Not exactly 2 hours, but less. But yeah, I do talk.
Now, what happens, Adya, if your incoming or outgoing is charged, अगर आपके फोन अगर चार्ज हो गए, बिल पे करना पड़ेगा, then फिर क्या करोगे? You have to be concise, right? Like, for instance, we all are paying for the electricity. So, you know, we consume electricity when we require. When we don't need the electricity, we switch off the lights. Similarly, in communication, you have to be concise. वही बातें करो जो आपके करनी है. Even when you're calling someone, उतना ही बातें करो जो आपको बातें करनी है. So when you're concise in a communication, you stick to the point and keep it brief. Especially when you're writing an essay, when you're talking to a principal, when you're talking to a teacher, or when you are appearing for an interview, keep it brief. Your audience doesn't want to read sentences when you could communicate to lesson 3. I mean, your audience doesn't want to hear too much. Audience wants to hear what it wants to hear. That's it. Audience is not interested in hearing how many brothers and sisters you have. Audience is interested in hearing what you are passionate about. What have you achieved in life? And which are your favorite subjects? Audience is not interested in, hearing name of your father, name of your mother. Audience is interested in hearing about your achievements. So you have to be concise. You don't have to explain everything about your family, my family background. My father does this, my mother does this, my brother's in class 12, my brother's in class 6. No. Don't use filler words. Don't keep too much of gap. So are there any? Don't use too many adjectives. Minimize it. Don't use too many filler words. Like, I have been telling you about the filler word. Instance, you see, like, that, etc. Definitely, think, I think. No, avoid all these filler words. Get into a practice of avoiding these filler words. You'll become a better communicator. Literally, basically, I mean, all these are filler words. Avoid them. Be concise. Speak what you have to speak. Are there any unnecessary sentences? Have you repeated the same communication, especially in the WhatsApp messages I've seen? You're writing the same thing in different words. You're trying to convey the same thing in different sentences. What happens? The audience gets bored. The reader gets bored. So be concise. Write in a few words, but be clear about your communication. For instance, I wanted to touch base with you about the email marketing campaign we kind of sketched out last Thursday. I really think that our target market is definitely going to want to see the company's philanthropic effort. I think that could make a big impact and it would stay in their mind longer than a sales pitch. That's very confusing. Too many things in a sentence. It's not attracting your attention. For instance, if we talk about companies' effort to become sustainable, as well as the charity work we are doing in local schools, the people that we want to attract are going to see the same thing. He's saying the same thing in other sentences. Not required. You're repeating the same thing over here. Your audience will get bored. When you're delivering an educational speech, don't repeat your message. Be concise, be clear. Don't use too many words for the same message. Now, good example. I wanted to quickly discuss the email marketing campaign that we have analyzed last Thursday. Our target market will want to know about the company's philanthropic effort, especially our goals to become sustainable and help local schools. Simple. Here, he had used 4-5 lines. Here, just in 1.5 lines, everything is clear and concise and message is delivered. Are you getting the meaning of this 7 C's? Why 7 C's are important?
Yes, sir.
After this, after this session, I mean, maybe next session, we will start writing short essays, keeping all the 7 C's in mind. We'll be using right vocabulary, proper approach of communication, pronunciation, and we will get into writing long essays. Don't worry. Vidisha, समझ आ रहा है बेटा?
Yes, sir.
Yes, बहुत बोलते हो लेकिन रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं सुनते कभी. अनिरुद्ध?
Yes, sir.
समझ में आ रहा है बेटा?
Yes, sir.
कभी नो भी बोलो, so that मैं आपको फिर से समझाऊं. हमेशा yes बोल देते हो. Abhika, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Priyanka?
Yes, sir.
So clear and concise both are clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Daksh, which are I can see 2 Daksh. Which are the 2 C's that we have learned so far, beta?
So clear and concise.
Very good. Deepali, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Himangi,
Yes, sir.
Kavya Chaudhary,
Yes, sir.
Kavya Singh,
Yes, sir.
Siddharth, समझ में आ रहा है बेटा?
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. Shrisha, Sonam,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Shrisha, are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Very good, Karsh.
Yes, sir.
Okay, everyone is saying yes. Okay, be careful when you're saying yes to me. Okay, मैं इतनी जल्दी yes सुनता नहीं. Now the third one is concrete. What is the meaning of concrete? Himangi, what is the meaning of concrete?
The concrete means to be specific.
To solid. Give me an example of concrete. Like you've seen concrete cement, right?
Yes, sir.
Good solid. Right? Concrete means solid. A cement,
Yes. Yes.
a table made of wood, wall. All these are concrete.
Yes, sir.
So when your message is concrete, very solid message, your audience has a clear picture of what you're telling them. आपके audience को मालूम है आप क्या बोलने जा रहे हो.
Yes.
Whenever I'm preparing a template, whenever I'm preparing a PPT, or I'm floating a PPT to start a workshop, I try my best to be clear that what I'm trying to convey to the audience. Not too much, not writing too much on the PPT, and not even too small a message. I have to work according to the audience. There are details, but not too many. And vivid facts, different facts. And there's a laser-like focus that you can actually easily understand. Your message is solid. So, bad example. You're advertising for a company. The lunchbox wizard will save you time every day. So say a statement like this probably won't sell many of these products. Because just saying lunchbox wizard will save you time every day. There's no passion, no emotion. Your message should attach, should connect with the audience. You should connect with the emotion of the audience, sentiment of the audience. Message ऐसे होना चाहिए कि हो सकता है audience के आंख में आंसू ला दे. The way we watch movies, right? हम movie देखने जाते कि नहीं जाते? Sometimes you cry also, right? Adya, I'm sure आप बहुत रोते हो picture में, है ना Adya?
Yes, sometimes.
Not sometimes, आप हमेशा रोते हो.
नहीं.
विदिशा नहीं रोती होगी मूवी शूवी देखकर, है विदिशा?
Yes, sir.
आप रोते हो मूवी देखकर?
No, sir.
मैं जानता हूँ ना, I can figure out. आप नहीं रोते होगे, आद्या रोती होगी. ठीक है? अभी का क्राइस, अभी का
सर जब कभी कभी वो थोड़ा इमोशनल स्टोरी जब मूवी हो जाती है तो थोड़ा सा वो आंसू आ जाता है.
No. Vidisha, you will not speak in Hindi with me. I will speak in Hindi with you sometimes because I'm doing it to explain a few things. But when you are talking during the session, you will not speak in Hindi, beta. Okay?
Sure.
We are learning, we are focusing on English communication. So please avoid speaking Hindi with me. Okay? I have the right, I will speak Hindi because I'm trying to explain to you. Okay? Avika, do you cry when you watch a movie?
No, sir.
I know you cry in some of the movies.
No, sir, I never cry.
Okay, good. So your message should have, should connect with the audience. Your message should connect with the sentiment of the audience. And that will come with a gesture, that will come with your expression of the face. So now read this good example. How much time do you spend every day packing your kids' lunches? No more. Just take a complete lunchbox visit from your refrigerator each day to give your kids a healthy lunch and a more time to play or read with them. This is a better than more detailed campaign rather than just one-liner. So your message should be concrete. It should have some details, but not too much of details. Details, what your audience wants to see, what your audience wants to hear. Is the third one clear? Himangi, is the third C, the concrete, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Adya?
Yes, sir.
Vidisha?
Yes, sir, but I have doubted Vivid that this copy is better because there is vivid images.
Yeah, what do you mean vivid facts?
Yes.
So what do you mean by vivid facts? different facts, right?
Oh,
And there are
yes, sir.
details and different facts, right? Anirudh, ये समझ में आया बेटा concrete?
Yes, sir.
ये समझ में आया? The third C, the concrete
No, sir.
communication. हाँ?
No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah. Good. आपने पहली बार no बोला. I'm happy. So concrete means आपका जो communication होना चाहिए, आपके मैसेज होने चाहिए, उसमें डिटेल्स होने चाहिए, सॉलिड होने चाहिए, आधा अधूरा मैसेज नहीं होना चाहिए, राइट?
Yes,
यस,
sir. Yes,
समझ में आ
sir.
गया?
Yes, sir.
मैंने आपको नो बोलने के लिए कहा था, तभी आपने नो बोला, मुझे मालूम है. अबिका, इज दिस क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
ओके, दाश,
Yes, sir.
दीपाली, काव्या,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
काव्या सिंह is,
Yes, sir.
is this clear beta? Concrete?
Yes, sir.
Sonam,
Yes, sir.
Trisha, Utkarsh,
Yes, sir.
okay. So now we have learned so far clear communication, concise communication, and concrete communication. Now the fourth C, is correct communication. Very important. This is very important. When your communication is correct, your audience will be able to understand it. When your pronunciation is correct, your audience can understand you better. When your grammar is right, your audience understands you better. And correct communication is also error-free communication. Make sure your message is correct by asking yourself the following questions. Do the technical terms you use to fit your audience level education knowledge? Example I gave you. If you're going to a village and you're delivering a speech in English, that does not fit your audience. That does not fit the level of education of the or knowledge of the audience. If you're addressing a junior school and you're using difficult words, they will not be able to understand. If you're addressing a speech or you're talking to your parents, you have to speak, or let's say you're speaking with your parents, father or mother, or let's say speaking with your grandmother, and your grandmother doesn't understand English, so you cannot communicate in English. It doesn't make any sense. If you're sending a WhatsApp message to your grandfather, you cannot send in short. He may not understand. So you have to keep in mind the level of audience. Have you checked your writing for grammatical errors? Sometimes what happens, even a typo, what is the meaning of typo? What is the meaning of typo? What is the meaning of typo? Anyone?
Sir, may I try?
Yeah.
So typo is like when we are typing something, but then like when we type, then it becomes an error, so it becomes a typo error, something like that.
Yes, you're right. You're correct. Typo. When we say typo, we never say typo error or typo mistake. Typo is a when you are typing something and you make an error. Instead of saying, let's say you wanted to write cat, but by mistake, you wrote cut. The dictionary will not catch you because cut is also a word, cat is also a word. But you wanted to write cat, but by mistake, you wrote cut. So this is a typo. Or instead of writing cat, you added an E. So this is a typo. Whenever you say typo, you never say it's a typo error, it's a typo mistake. Typo itself means an error. You don't have to say typo mistake or typo error. Is this clear? Adya?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So never always go for a grammatical error check. Always go for spell check. Sometimes your spell check, your dictionary may not give you a spell check because the words are same. So you have to be correct. Example, thanks so much for meeting me at lunch today. I enjoyed our conversation and I'm looking forward to meeting ahead of a project. I'm sure that the 2-week deadline won't be an issue. Now see the error made. One, instead of saying conversation, it is said conservation. It's a typo. And I'm looking forward to moving ahead on the project. I'm sure that 2-week, instead of look at the spelling of week, W-E-E-K, it says W-E-A-K. Now the dictionary will not be able to correct this because week is also a word. Conservation is also a word. So what happened? You have to check your communication again and again before sending it. You must check your communication. You must proofread it. Else, you will send your communication with a lot of errors. So it says, look at the first error. Instead of saying conversation, it said conservation. Instead of week, it said week. So this is also important. So the remaining 3, I will do in the next session because I don't want to rush. I want you to learn them slowly. So the next one that we'll be learning, or you will be learning, you will be practicing, is the coherent. The 6th one is complete communication. And the 7th one is courteous communication. I'm giving you homework. Please find out more about coherent, complete, and courteous communication before you come for the next session. And we will discuss all these 3 in the next session. Are there any questions so far about clear, concise, concrete? Any question? And correct communication?
So, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
So, like when you say that definitely is a filler word, right?
Definitely not a filler word.
No, there was a word with D spelling. I don't know. Starting letter was D.
Basically,
No, D, dog wala. Dog.
hold on.
Mm,
Yeah, definitely. See,
yes,
no. It depends how you say when you are saying this definitely. For instance, if someone is asking you something and you're saying definitely, or you are using what is the meaning of filler word? Let's understand the meaning of filler word. When you don't have a concrete word to use, you're trying to use a word which may not make sense in the context. So any word you're using without a context, just to fill it up, then at that moment it is a filler word. For instance, kind of. Kind of is not a filler word if you use it correctly. Right? This board is a kind of latest technology. It's not a filler word, but it's a it's kind of this. Yes, definitely. So then this becomes a filler word. You understand?
Okay. Okay,
As
sir.
long as you're using this word in the right context, it doesn't become a filler word. But if you're trying to fill the gap, that shows your lack of confidence. And
Okay,
then
sir.
it's called a filler word. Okay, good.
So, sir, when people say yeah, yes, yes, definitely, so that's a filler word.
Yeah, so no. Let's say I ask you, Adya, will you be attending the next session? What will you answer?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, yes, sir, definitely, right?
Yeah.
That's not a filler word. So,
Okay.
but when you're talking, when we're writing something, and we're using definitely without the right context. For instance, I say, Adya, next time you use the right word when you're communicating. You say certainly or definitely. But when you're using these words in the wrong context, then it becomes a filler word.
Okay, sir.
Vidisha, have you understood so far?
What, sir?
Have you understood these C's so far?
Yes, sir.
Will you watch the video and practice?
Yes, sir.
Will you learn the next three on your own?
Next 3.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Which are the next three? I showed you. It means you are not active.
Sir.
I have explained 4. Next 3 you'll be learning on your own. And
Okay, sir.
during the next session.
Sir, you will give us essay to write using these words.
Not now. Hold on. That we will see.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, there's not words. These are the concepts you'll be applying when you're writing an essay. When you're writing an essay, you have to be clear with your essay. You have to be concise with your essay. You have to be complete. You have to show the coherence. These are the concepts, beta. These are not the words. Okay?
Okay,
ये
sir.
concept है. अनिरुद्ध कुछ समझ में आया बेटा आज?
Yes, sir.
Or no, sir? Yes or no?
Sir, yes.
Very good. Abhika, is this clear, beta?
Yes, sir.
Darsh, did you understand the concept of communication?
Yes, sir.
Diwali?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Himangi?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Kavya Chaudhary, Kavya Singh?
Yes, sir.
I heard
Yes,
only
sir.
one voice. Very good. Mehul?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I hope you will apply all these concepts when you're writing the next essay, or when you're writing your next message, or when you're talking to someone at home, or when you're talking to your friends in school, or the principal or the teachers, right? Hope you will keep these concepts in mind, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Very
sir.
good.
Yes, sir.
Sonam, Srisha,
Sir.
hope you have understood and you will
Yes.
apply them when you're communicating starting
Yes,
now.
sir.
Okay?
Yes,
Sure,
sir.
sir.
Utkarsh? Utkarsh?
Yes, sir.
Hope you understand better. I want to see
Yes,
improvement. And next time when you're communicating or when you're writing something, I want to see improvement because you're going to use these C's in mind. You have to keep this in mind, okay? Fine. So let's call it a day. And eat well, sleep well, good night. Take care of yourselves.
Sir.
Bye.
Good night, sir. Bye, sir.
Good night, beta. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Good night, beta. Good night. Good night, everyone.